Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've had this one for a bit. I didn't want to rush and make a video, but I also don't really need 20 minutes to cover it, so here's a quick take that took a while to get to. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this great discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Alright, enough talk, let's get right into it.
Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer had been dealing with wrist pain for some time, and after extensive research into ergonomic equipment, decided to try this particular vertical mouse with high expectations. When it comes to ergonomic devices, our reviewer notes that size is one of the most critical factors for comfort. This vertical mouse has a size that falls somewhere between two of the most popular models from a leading brand. For anyone who finds one of those other options a bit too small, this one might be a perfect fit. For our client personally, however, it felt a little on the bulky side and wasn't the most comfortable solution they had hoped for. In terms of daily use, the main clicks are pleasantly quiet and the scroll wheel has a solid, satisfying feel to it. The side buttons, on the other hand, felt a bit lower in quality, almost cheap to the touch. A nice surprise was the extra button on the top of the device, which our reviewer found to be a great bonus for programming a function like a page refresh. The battery life proved to be quite efficient, comparable to more expensive competitors, with its level easily visible through a Bluetooth connection. The one minor annoyance this user experienced was a slight lag when the mouse wakes up from an idle state. It takes a moment longer than other models, which could be a small but noticeable interruption for some users. Ultimately, while our reviewer didn't find it to be the most comfortable mouse available and felt the plastic materials were a bit cheap, they concluded that its value is undeniable. Considering it costs significantly less than the big-name alternatives, it offers a fantastic and reliable entry point into the world of ergonomic peripherals. For someone on a budget, this is a much better choice than taking a risk on a lesser-known, no-name brand.
Cool. Let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer wanted to share their experience with this ergonomic vertical mouse, particularly as someone who's dealt with wrist issues in the past. They found that the design genuinely provided relief, and they believe anyone who uses this type of mouse consistently would experience a similar benefit thanks to the more natural wrist angle it promotes. One thing our reviewer noticed is that this mouse has a higher profile than they were used to. Initially, they occasionally bumped it while reaching for other items on their desk, but they're adapting to its size. Functionally, this client hasn't experienced any lag, and it performs as well as their previous mouse. However, they did observe that they initially tended to overshoot their targets on screen, suggesting the cursor sensitivity might need adjustment. This, too, is something they are becoming accustomed to over time. The only real downside, in their opinion, is how difficult it can be to pick up the mouse, especially when it's positioned near the edge of the mouse pad or desk. The tapering shape makes it somewhat awkward to grip in those situations. Despite that minor inconvenience, this client considers this a worthwhile purchase overall, particularly if you're seeking a solution to wrist strain.
Awesome. Let's hear what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer was on the hunt for a vertical mouse, intrigued by the ergonomic benefits but wary of investing heavily in something they might not enjoy. After some research and considering positive feedback, they decided to try this mouse, particularly because they already owned and liked other products from the same company. The setup process was straightforward, and our reviewer found the size to be perfectly suited for smaller hands. The mouse is lightweight and comfortable to hold, offering a pleasant hand feel. The long battery life is a definite plus, and the quiet click feature is a welcome addition, making it less disruptive in quiet environments. Initially, there was a slight hiccup with the Bluetooth connection, as it wasn't consistently stable. However, this issue was resolved by switching to the provided plug-in receiver. Since then, this client has experienced no further connectivity problems. Most importantly, the mouse has proven effective in reducing elbow pain, a key factor in the reviewer's decision to switch from a traditional mouse. Overall, this reviewer is pleased with the purchase and finds this mouse to be a good option for those new to vertical mice, as well as for individuals who need a full-sized mouse that is easy to carry around. It offers a good balance of functionality, comfort, and value, making it a worthwhile investment for anyone exploring ergonomic alternatives.
That's it for this one. If you found this helpful, tap that like button and subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Questions? Let's talk in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.